Good afternoon, all. I'm Dr. Sumit Agarwal, Head of the Department of Commerce, Gemtech Greater Noida. So today we will discuss one of the topic of human resource management, that is human resource planning or the manpower plan. So first we will discuss about the meaning of human resource planning or manpower planning. Human resource is the most important assets of an organization. Human resource planning are the important managerial function. It ensures the right type of people in the right numbers at the right time and place who are trained and motivated to do the right kind of work at the right time. So basically, human resource planning focus on recruitment, selection, training and development of the right person in right number at right time and place for the right work in right time. So that is your human resource planning or the manpower planning. Now we will discuss about the steps in HR, human resource planning process or the HR planning process, also known as manpower planning process. An HR planning process simply involves the following four broad steps. The first one, current HR supply. Assessment of the current human resource availability in the organization is the foremost step in the HR planning. It includes a comparative study of the human resource strength of the organization in terms of numbers, skills, talents, competencies, qualifications, experience, age, tenures, performance ratings, designations, grades, compensations, benefits, etc. So the first step in the HR planning is to find out the current manpower in the organization and to to study the current manpower on following terms like total number of employees in an organization, total number of workforce in an organization, then what are the various skills or the abilities of the persons in an organization, then what are the various talents and the competencies, what are the various qualification of all the employees in the organization, what are their total experience, what is their age bracket, what is their tenure in the organization, 5 years, 10 years, 2 years, 1 year fresher, their performance rating on yearly basis of performance appraisals, their current designations, their current grades, their current compensation, which include the salary, what are the various benefits they are getting. So that is something called the assessment of current human resource available in an organization, and that's the first step in the case of your human resource planning process. Now, the second step is the future HR demand. Analysis of the future workforce requirement of the business is the second step in human resource planning process. All the known HR variables like attrition, layoffs, future vacancies, retirement, promotions, preset transfers, etc., are taken into consideration while determining future HR demand. Further, certain unknown workforce variables like competitive factors, resignations, transfers, or dismissals are also included in the scope of analysis. So, the second step is to you have to analyze your future human resource demand. Reasons for future demand may be diversification of the business, maybe expansion of the business, maybe layoffs, maybe retirements, maybe promotions, maybe transfers, or resignations. So these are the certain reasons for which company has to find out the future HR demand, and that is the second step in the human resource planning process. You have to predict the future HR demand, future requirement of human resource in a coming future. Now the third step is the demand forecast. Next step is to match the current supply with the future demand of the HR and to create a demand forecast. Here it is also essential to understand that business strategies and objectives in long run so that the workforce demand forecast is such that it is aligned to the organizational goals. So now you have to find out the demand forecast. Demand forecast is gap between the current demand and your future demand. If there's any gap, how you will bridge this gap. That is your demand forecast. Now, the last step in your HR human resource planning process is the HR sourcing strategies and implementation. After reviewing the gaps in the HR supply and the demand, the HR consultancy firms develop plans to meet these gaps as per the demand forecast created by them. This may include conducting communication programs with the employees, relocation, talent acquisition, recruitment and outsourcing, talent management, training and coaching, and the revision of policy. So how you basically implement, how you recruit your new employee, how you match a gap between the future requirement of the manpower and the current requirement of the manpower, you require certain sourcing strategies and implementation, which include recruitment of new persons, training of new persons, placement of new persons. So recruitment is a process of attracting more and more person for a job. Selection is a process of selecting best candidate in an organization. Then you have to place the candidate. Then you have to give training to the candidate so that he can be adjust himself in the new environment, in the new work. So that is something called HR sourcing strategy. Basically, uh, strategies regarding HR sourcing and how to implement those strategies. Now, the another part of this lecture is the importance of human resource planning. Why human resource planning is important. So we will discuss one by one why human resource planning is important to the organization or the success of the organization. So, first thing, human resource planning meets the organization need for the right type of people in the right number at the right time. So, it help in recruiting the right person for the right job at the right time in right numbers. So, that's the first importance of human resource planning. By maintaining a balance between the demand for and the supply of human resource planning makes optimum use of human resource on the other hand and reduce labor costs substantially on the other hand. So basically maintaining a balance between the demand and supply of human resource and help in optimum utilization of the human resource. Third importance, careful consideration of likely future events through human resource planning might lead to the discovery of better means for managing human resource. Thus, foreseeable pitfalls might be avoided. So, by careful consideration of future events, for foreseeable pitfalls may be avoided in the future. With the help of proper human resource planning, manpower shortfalls and surplus may be avoided to a large extent. Manpower shortfall as well as surplus both are the loss for the organization, bad for the organization. Human resource planning helps the organization create and develop training and succession planning for employees and managers. Thus, it provides enough lead time for internal succession of employees to higher position through the promotion. So it helps the organization to create and develop their own employee for succession or promotion. It also provides multiple gains to the employees by the way of promotions, increase in the salary or the benefits and other prerequisites and fringe benefits. So it provides multiple gains to the employee in the terms of increasing salary, increasing benefits, etc. Next importance, some of the problem of managing change may be foreseen and their consequences mitigated. Consultants, Consultations with affected groups and individuals can take place at the early stage in the change process. This may avoid resistance for the change. So it helps in avoiding the resistance for the change by the proper consultants among the employees. Human resource planning compels management to assess critically the strength and weakness of its employees and personal policies on continuous basis and in turn take corrective measures to improve the situation. So it helps in basically the study of the strength and weakness of the employees and also the personal policies on continuous basis and corrective measures to improve the situation. Through human resource planning, duplication of efforts and conflicts among efforts can be avoided on the one hand, and coordination of workers' efforts can be improved on the other hand. So it helps in reducing the conflicts among the workers, and duplicacy of efforts can be also avoided, and on the other hand it can also improve the workers efforts or the productivity. Last but not the least, the last but not the least, with increase in skills, knowledge, potential, productivity, and job satisfaction, organizations become the main beneficiary. Organizations benefit in terms of increase in prosperity, production, growth, development, profit, and thus an edge over its competitors in the market. So, a good HR policy automatic finally gives benefits to the success of the organization by giving them increasing productivity, growth, development, and profit, and also the competitive advantage to the organization. So in the today's topic, we discuss about the what is human resource planning. So basically, human resource planning or the manpower planning is the planning of human resource in an organization by finding out the gap between the current situation of the employee, current demand of the employee, and the future demand of the employee. To find out the and if this gap is filled by the effective human resource plan. Then we discuss about the process of human resource planning, which consists of four steps that we discuss in the lecture. And the last, we discuss why human resource planning is important for the organization. So that's all with your today's topic. I hope you understand the topic. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.